Okay, I wanted to get you some help with your Endangered Species Project. And the first piece that you will be doing is taking notes. So after you have read the assignment, which is this one here, and after you have read the rubric, which is the next top one, then you'll know what your expectations are and how you'll be graded. Then you can start diving into these other documents. So what I found out is we were doing the Google Forms and it will not save your information. So this is going to be what you post your information to before you turn it in on November 20th. So you don't need to use this until later on, and you are not going to be using this until you're ready to type your paragraphs. So once you've seen this and this, you're going to go all the way down to the Google Slides, because this is where we can type information and it will be saved, and you don't have to type it all at once like you would in the Google form. I didn't realize that when I made it, but I made a change and now you can use the Google form. So I'm going to open this up, and what you'll see is the first couple pages. This page is something that I can edit and change, so you need to be very careful using this. I wanted to make sure that you could follow the links from here. So I did not make this a background. These ones you can't click and do anything to, so you can't accidentally delete the information you need. This one you can, because I couldn't make the links live if I did the same thing to this slide. So please be careful when you're using this slide. All you have to do is double click the link and it will take you to the website and it'll open up. So please don't change anything on this slide. But these are the resources that you're going to start with. Start with these, use them to fill in what you can. Then you may use other websites for other information if you need to. So these are where you're starting. And I chose a topic already, and I've got some of the resources up already for the topic that I've chosen to help make this video go hopefully a little bit smoother. So first I'm looking at description, and I have here the questions that I need to answer in my notes, and I've made a text box here so that I can type my notes in this section. I've got another text box here that has where I'm going to put my websites. So that's the first. I've got my life cycle, I've got habitat, survival, preserving its future. Okay, so these are the slides that I'm filling in, and these are the text boxes that I'm going to put the information in. Now, I chose a honeybee, A, because nobody's chosen that, and B, because I could find some good information to share with you using the links that are provided here. So I'm going to go to here's my assignment, and I'm going to go to my resources. This is one of the ones that's available. It's the San Diego Kids. It has some great information, and I chose the B. So I'm going to do my project just for the example on the honeybee. And the first thing I see is the size. It says 6/10 of an inch is the length of an adult honeybee. So in my slides, this has to do with the description. So over here in my notes, I'm going to put 6/10, 0.6 inch adult honeybee length. Okay, that's one piece of information that I got. And since I got that from this website, I'm going to click there. I'm going to right click, or you can just go Control C. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that on my slide as a website that I use to complete this, this information. So the information goes in the notes, the website goes here, and this is something that fits in the description tab. So now I'm going to go back to my resource that I'm using, and I'm going to see what else I can find. Oh, it says the food. It eats nectar and pollen from plants. It's an herbivore. So I know that's on my survival tab. So I'm going to go to my survival. Notes. It's an herbivore. Eats nectar and pollen. Let me make sure. Nectar and pollen, yes. So that's the information that helps me with this slide. I'm going to copy the website. Remember, make it all. Control C or copy. And then go to the website part over here. Control V. Or I can go to edit, paste. And it will put the website in there so that I can remember where I got this information from. Let's see what else. All habitats except Antarctica. Okay, so that will help me with my habitat slide. Notes. Lives in all habitats except Antarctica. And again, I got that information from the San Diego website. Looks like I spelled Antarctica wrong. There we go. Let's see what else. Bees fly from flower to flower, sipping nectar and collecting grains of pollen. Bees have a special tongue that sucks up the nectar and a crop in their throat for storing it until they get back to the hive, where it is turned into honey for food. So this part helps me with my part about survival. How does this animal's claws, beaks, teeth, well, this isn't claws, beaks, and teeth, but it's how its tongue and mouth help it survive. So here's a good thing to know, because I'm thinking when I go to paste this, oh, it's going to show up black and green. So if you have something that ends up printing, because on this slide it's white text, so it may come over here and you hit paste and you don't see it because it's showing up white. So then I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to change the text color to black and my highlight to transparent. And then it will show up in the way that I want it to be. Now, you're going to say, Mrs. Hildebrand, this is exactly what it says in the text. That's okay, because this is just my notes. When I go to do my paragraph, then I'm going to need to put this in my own words. So for just the notes, it's okay to copy and paste. So that when I do my paragraph, then I'm going to have to paraphrase this and make sure that it's words that I would say, not what the text says. So you can see what I've done is I've used one resource and I've got information on survival. I've got information on the description, and I got habitat. So from this one resource, I was able to get something on 3 different slides. So I know a lot of people, they want to focus on one slide and get all the information on this slide before you do the next slide. But it doesn't work that way. The best way to do this is to use one resource and fill in as many slides with information from this one resource before you move on to the next resource that you have. So I would keep reading. This is just a short, I'm trying to make this as short a video as I can. So I'm not going to continue on through this, but that is how you would use the resource to collect notes, and that is how you would use the slides to start to organize your notes. And again, remember, you're going to use the information and list the website that you got the information from. Okay, so that's how this works. I'm just going to give an example. I found some books on Epic. And then I know that my project is here. I know what my expectations are because I've already read these. And I'm going to look through and see which of these books would best help me in filling in the information on my chart. And remember, I've got description, life cycle, habitat, survival, and preserving its future. So now I'm going to look at these Epic books, and if I click on it, it shows me some information. Learn all about the bustling world of honeybees and the important role they play in our delicate ecosystem. Okay, so I know that I don't need anything about their role in my ecosystem, so I'm going to look at the other ones and see if the other books might be better resources for me. But I do see that it's age 3 to 7, so this is a little bit of an easier story, so that may work for some of you. This one is 7 to 10 years old, so this is right in our age range. What did you have for breakfast? Toast, cereal, juice, and fruit? You can thank the honeybees. Yeah, this doesn't sound like it's going to be helpful for me for the information that I need. So I'm probably not going to read this one just because I don't think it's going to have what I need in order to answer my questions on my project. If I look at this one, 4 to 8, a little bit young, but still doable. Learn about honeybees and how some honeybee populations are in decline due to pesticide use, habitat loss, pollution, and more. Now, I know I have a slide that says preserving its future, so this book may help me with that slide. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to start to read it and see if I can get some information from here to help me with it. Honeybees live throughout the world. They are often found in forests and grasslands. Oh, so there's habitat found in forests and grasslands. So I'm going to remember that. I'm going to copy my website, Control C or right click, copy. I'm going to go back to my slides. I found something about the habitat. So I'm going to go to the end of there. I'm going to go edit, paste, or Control V. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. I need that to go here. That's my website. I said I was going to remember it. Forests and grasslands. So habitat, live in forests or grasslands. That's another, what ecosystem? Not the desert, not the rainforest, the forests and grasslands. So that'll help me with that. I'm going to go back. Honeybees live in colonies. The queen rules the colony. Okay. They collect nectar and they build the honeycomb. Honeybee and other bee populations have been in decline. This is mainly because of pesticides. So now I know I can fill in on this preserving its future. Honeybee populations, not populations, honeybee populations are in decline, mostly because of pesticides. And now I can write in my websites that I used for this page that story that I found the information. So hopefully this helps you. I know it's getting a little bit long. Hopefully this helps you. Remember, use one source, fill in as many note cards as you can before you go on to the second source, and fill in the different note cards that you can use with that source. That'll be much easier than trying to fill in all of this description card and then all of the life cycle card and things like that. So make sure you use the resource to fill in the cards. And then if you still have blank cards, like here, for example, I haven't found anything about life cycle yet. So I'm going to need to probably look up hopefully I can find something in the parts I haven't read yet, or in the pages that I haven't read here. Or I might have to go back to my assignment or my resources page and click on another link to see if I can find some other information. But I'm going to do that not now. I'm going to do it after I finish reading this resource and after I finish reading this source to fill in as much as I can. When I'm done with those sources, then I can close those tabs and use other resources. And I hope this is helpful to you. I hope it helps you fill in the notes. And thank you for all your hard work.